Welcome back to Lost Odyssey. So now we're finally at Grand Staff Construction Base.
Oh, this music sounds fresh out of Saludos Amigos.
I'm not
Particularly
seeing...
Particularly the mountain music.
Okay. Loading.
So I guess we do a zoom in, zoom out shot of each town whenever we first come to it.
Yeah.
It's like a preview of sorts.
Hey, how do you like the new boss?
Who are you?
No one's
Air
contacted.
technician. Cute.
We're investigators sent by the
Literally.
council. I'm Seth. He's Kime. You can just ignore the other one.
Jesus, Seth.
Hey.
Oh, our communications have been jammed. That magic engine is malfunctioning again. Magic energy has been leaking everywhere nonstop.
I knew it was out of control. Didn't it bring down the meteor again?
Oh, Meteor, what are you talking about? We tried our best.
Look, we realize it killed a ton of people, but these are just things that you have to patch out.
3 days ago, the runoff was unbelievable.
And that's when that happened.
Dude, wake up.
I'm not...
I'm too busy remembering how I died, but not really.
Not really, no.
I got better.
My body was destroyed, but it got better.
You gotta love it. All that, well, I guess most of it wasn't life, since most of those were like monsters or homunculi or whatever, but still, all that tragedy...
Those were humans, Joe, but they were only mutated after their death because of a discharge of a magic energy.
So, that's does it count as Grand Staff killing them if they were kind of already dead in a sense, or was it ending their suffering?
Well, Kaim just ended their suffering as undead, but while they were battling, they were human, regular-ass humans.
So basically, all that death caused by essentially the equivalent of a server's update error.
It's kind of like the magic equivalent of a Millennium Bug when you get down to it.
Like, holy cow. Like, and I get it, these people weren't there to witness the horrors, but I love how nonchalant they are about how, well, you see, these things happen. So, you know, there was a bit of a hiccup and glitch, and by that we mean we killed a ton of people. Oopsie poopsie.
I mean, how do you think that the average LexCorp employee has to report about all the weird shit that happens?
The weird thing is that Lex Luthor probably has better regulations to make sure that his staff are well maintained. Well, okay, admittedly that does depend on the continuity, but most time Lex wants to have a good reputation as a boss, essentially.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like Dr. Doom with Latveria. Alright, time to nap.
So there you go. So yeah, when you rest at an inn or whatever, you can rewatch the dreams if you feel like it. So again, like
dreams that are horrible.
So like I said, if you don't want to read the dreams as they come along in the story, you can just save them for later.
Well, I don't think it was the direct inspiration from this. Something similar to this happened with Final Fantasy VI. If you want to learn the backstory of the character of Shadow. Yes, that's a character called like that bear.
Yep.
So does it, like, have a marking to let you know which ones you've checked and which ones you haven't?
It does the list there, and the ones that you haven't gotten are represented as 3 question marks for each, so...
Keep in mind,
what about ones that you have gotten but just haven't read yet?
Oh, everyone you've gotten is right there. Like, you don't actually have to read the dreams to obtain them in the list.
Jose is asking if there's a difference between ones that you got but have decided to not yet read, and ones that you instead read immediately.
No,
are they marked as unread or something?
No, there are not.
Okay.
Oh, so I guess it's best to just get them as they go then, otherwise you might lose track of which ones you haven't read or not.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, it's simple. Like, if for whatever reason you pick a dream from a list that you have already read but you've forgotten, once you realize that yourself, okay, just press start, skip, and there you go, back to the menu. It's not that big a deal.
I don't know, what I mean is, like, it's weird that they don't include a little thing to let you know that you've read this or that before. Like, that's a thing typically that a lot of things
I think similar to how the menu or the data log, usually marks with the your dreaded exclamation mark.
I get it. Yeah. Well, in that case, I'm glad it don't, because my OCD will trigger if that happens.
Oh,
Like I said,
or I guess
it's-
it wouldn't,
I-
because in this case you are reading them all as they come, so you wouldn't have to worry about the exclamation points. But yeah,
I've talked about this
I
before.
find that
Sorry.
interesting.
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
find it interesting also because it's a Sakaguchi game, like, Final Fantasy guy, like, those are all about having the exclamation points to uncheck stuff, so quite a change of pace for him.
Yeah, but it now started to be a big thing since up until 12 usually.
Yeah.
And Sakaguchi was gone by that point.
I'm so I'm at the very least glad that at least it doesn't have it. Like I do have again. This is of course just me spitballing. Obviously, I do have a suspicion that I may have like a very minor, like to the point where it's negligible case of OCD. Because like I said, when it comes to things that are like there, I need to do them like just otherwise it will just nag on my mind. Forever, and I need to get I need to get rid of those exclamation points, otherwise they will nag me. I suspect I might have some very minor case that's fortunately not a problem, obviously, but yeah, I do suspect that. Obviously, I don't know. For all I know, maybe it's just my personality being naggy, I guess. But like, it's possible, I guess.
All right,
All
Seal
right.
Bows.
So we're here to check out Grand Staff, and I guess the premise to make sure that nothing shady is going on.
Or if something weird happened to cause this, because even the technicians seem to not be entirely 100% sure of what happened. How's it going?
You can see the Grand Staff from here. I just want to hurry up and go home. If only those stupid muscles were hanging around to see a boss.
Ah, there's our cue.
Alright,
Okay.
we'll go and destroy those monsters for you.
Again, sorry. It's plausible with the idea of a world where magic is this kind of energy, but it's attuned for this machine. That having it in one location that's used kind of as a source of power for concentrated effort, it might be like a beacon that attracts monsters.
All right. Seabun? Is that how you pronounce that name? Seabun?
I guess it is Seabun.
Seabun.
It's like C-Ban to me.
Steven.
Whatever.
Kevin,
Whatever. Seaban is not important, so fuck him.
Damn.
what
Rocks.
he's actually the main villain.
Rocks near sunken ship. Oh, for a moment there I thought you were going to say that there's going to be a Metal Gear Solid 4 plot twist where the one random mook that Meryl took down in MGS1 turned out to be important in MGS4 or something like that.
Well, I mean, there's no shit comic relief here, so...
Oh no.
Pretty.
Giant enemy crab. Attack its weak point for massive damage.
I'm not even sure this qualifies as a crab.
What is the weak
No.
point, exactly?
Unfortunately, alright, the weak point would be probably thunder spells, considering it's a water monster.
That was a close one.
Not really, Seth.
It's in my
Beat it in, like,
contract to
10
say that.
seconds.
It's like usually what happens is like I feel like something like they just do a random bit of dialogue.
Obviously.
They don't really have. I mean, usually RPGs have like depending on how well your battle was, they'll have the character say a line that reflects that, right? But this one just has the battle quotes to be random. So
Usually it's more accurate in, sorry, not accurate. Usually it's more common in action RPG like Tales of and Star Ocean.
yeah, remember like in the 12e games, depending on your rank at the end of the battle, the character will say something according to the rank you got.
Kind of like in a Sonic game.
Makes sense.
All right, so this dungeon is very straightforward. It's a very typical linear beach. So
Must be a low tide moment.
yeah, for this.
Add on a letter.
No, go on.
You know, add on a letter H and we can make this to see a Bahus.
Now that is actually a giant enemy. Well, okay, it's more of a lobster than a crab, but we're closer, I guess.
Mutant crabs, mutant lobsters. What's next? Calamari? I prefer it fried.
This is not a Mario game, Jova, sorry.
You know, is it messed up that in the same game where you ride bloopers as surfboards, you can also rip the tentacles off of what I can only assume to be a baby because it has a pacifier in its mouth?
What if it was like a cork?
It's weird. It looked like, well, again, in his mouth it looks like a pacifier for whatever reason. Either way, holy cow, the stuff Mario does to that thing. I wonder if Inklings are terrified of him because of that.
All right. Kick and yeah, these seashells are actually your treasure chests for this dungeon.
That's pretty cute.
Hey Sakaguchi, where's that one seashell that has an infinite amount of potions in it?
And yeah, don't touch the mini staffs because you'll get attacked by monsters if you do so.
So if you're going for EXP, go for it, I guess.
That shot of the crab slowly coming towards you.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, Mad
But yeah,
Carapace.
I legit wonder, is there one that you can endlessly kick to get all the items in existence? Like in
Not
Final
really.
Fantasy X?
Oh, you mean, he's talking about the treasure chest, the suitcase that has infinite potions. No, there's nothing like that in this game, to my knowledge.
It's actually relatively something unique, Joe, but RPGs normally don't do that unless it's a very, very specific
I get the feeling the reason that's there is because someone in the development team was feeling very humorous that day, and they thought it would be really funny to put that in there.
Or they might genuinely screwed up a line of code because they already has something going on with the names of the Save the Queen and Leviathan, weapons switch to their type. So the Save the Queen is the staff and the Leviathan is the sword, when it should be the other way around.
I legit thought that thing was just a random glitch my first playthrough, but nope, turns out that's a consistent thing.
Yeah, and the remasters didn't even fix it. They just left it as it was.
Well, honestly, you have to wonder, why don't they just take the chest at that point with them?
No, at this point the chest, or rather suitcase, at this point that suitcase has become kind of iconic anyway, so at this point nobody really wants it to be changed anyway.
Oh yeah, no, I love it, but like Spoony joked, why don't they just steal the case?
Yeah, just steal the whole fucking case already. It's just, where was it? Yeah, no, like I said, it's weird. Like, I guess it really was just an oversight, probably. Then, oh well.
That, or again, there is the off chance that they did legit intentionally put that in.
I remember,
never know.
Square is a sort of a history of, not on the same level of, say, Pokemon, but as a history of having a potential glitch that is just get integrated for the funsies. In the first Saga game, the final boss, which is a deity, eventually if we ever get to those games you'll be able to see, is labeled as God properly. You can one-hit kill him with a weapon that is called the chainsaw, and it's exactly what it is, a chainsaw. Mostly because the chainsaw is supposed to cause a death status, and the final boss is not immune to that when he normally would be. So,
Also,
again...
And yeah, these worms are literally spitting their digestive...
That's a pleasant imagery.
Yeah.
So basically, ever since they sort of become an embraced kind of running gag, for the RPGs as a whole, remember, the final boss of Final Fantasy 13 has a gimmick similar to that, as a homage to that. But also, every time the character, the god character, shows up for, crossover purposes, canonical stuff, they tend to reference that.
There's also, of course, the Spoony Bard mistranslation that Ted Woolsey did back in 4, which has become now iconic, and even the official translations of today still have the Spoony Bard line. And Final Fantasy 16 also has a Bard character who is called Spoony Bard. So again, it's become now he's officially known as is an official Final Fantasy term now.
Beautiful.
There's also a Super Mario 3D World where that game literally did it during development of said game, where the developers noticed that they come up with a glitch in the game
Cloning.
where and they decide to turn that into the double cherry power up.
Also, I dig how there's even unique lines for when your characters are running away, too.
Grimmer Job, I just mentioned Final Fantasy X, you know, that also had that with Tidus infamously, I'll be right back, or live and let live lines.
Yeah, that was interesting. If I recall correctly, I think each of the characters got their own special stay there, too. It's like, I wonder if Sakaguchi may have taken some notes from 10, even if he wasn't working on it.
Well, technically, he did work on 10. He's credited as an executive producer. He wasn't like super involved because he was too busy with the movie at that point. And he had just come off Final Fantasy 9 as well. So he had a very Kitase at that point had taken over his previous position as series producer.
But remember, Job, Sakaguchi, even for products where, even for products where he did not work that much on, he still cherished, you know, if he found something that he was liking and, you know, reference that. Remember, a lot of elements from Xenogears get to become something else in the main final build of Final Fantasy 7.
And yeah, this is the game telling you there's a
boss fight. Be ready, please.
Save.
And yeah, but the game is not joking. I don't know what the outcome of this one in particular would be, but this is basically one major reality check for new players.
Yeah, this is a difficulty spike that the game has. Again, typical in old RPGs.
Ooh, you know, this gives me the creeps. Let's just...
I'm going in.
It's just a pit.
How?
Me too.
What's so creepy about it?
Fine, I'm going through.
Whee!
Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so what's the
I'm sure he's fine.
What a whine.
A perfect roll!
Graceful.
Why don't you just shut up?
Barely made it.
Have you seen any of this before, Kaim?
No. Nothing.
I just showered and I got dirt everywhere in my hair.
Welcome to being an RPG protagonist.
and now it's FMV.
Man, that...
Yeah, I'll give him credit. I can see how the FMV is a bit touched up, but it blends well with the in-game cutscenes. And I guess that's it for the FMV. Short, but
It's gonna
okay.
be important
This
over
is
the
one of
course
the-
of the entire game, so showcasing like that is kind of important.
This is one of, by this point, the frequency of FMVs was not as much as in the PS1 era. This was around the time where developers were starting to get much more comfortable with what was possible with in-game cutscenes, and therefore didn't feel as much of a need to put as many FMVs as
All right,
before.
so, get ready because this boss theme actually goes places.
Oh yeah, I love this boss theme. I do recommend.
it has some interesting stuff.
I recommend everybody check out the soundtrack on YouTube because it's pretty good. Especially "Sign of Hope," one of the themes that plays during the dreams, as well as various emotional
I'm actually
cutscenes.
getting some Xenoblade Chronicles vibes from this music. In a good way.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see. What should we have him do? Prison.
It definitely is one of my favorite takes, a combination of orchestra and hard rock and roll.
There we go.
So yeah, take out the minions and then focus on the big guy.
This is kind of important because if you leave him be, the boss is gonna become essentially more powerful.
Yeah, basically the boss
Let me
will
guess,
absorb
he
the
eats and
mooks.
consumes
Yeah,
them.
their magic power, and then when in that meter which is full, he unleashes its super mega ultra attack, which is very dangerous. So.
Oh
You know-
my god,
you know-
it can wield supernova!
It can also deal you, I think, the paralysis debuff, if I remember correctly. So again, you have to watch out from that. But basically in the dungeon that we just came in, if I recall correctly, there is an accessory that actually makes you immune to that. So it's classic Zelda logic. The game gives you a tool if you explore enough that will help you in the boss fight.
So basically the ideal is to try to see if we can do something before that meter reaches its full strength. Alright. Now that we've gotten done rid of all the mooks. Oh yeah, that's the basic gist of it with this boss battle, but hold on.
Oh god, it's gonna shed its skin, isn't it?
No.
No, hold on.
Now them again?
Another one?
Another one. Another one. And this one already has its and that one already has it. And that one already has its gauge fully charged.
As you can notice from the top left corner.
It looks like the tail of a creature fell off and it came to life.
So if this one already has its ball full, what do we do then?
Just one shot.
The idea, well, basically the recommended strategy would be to defend everybody, to put everybody on defend, to try to survive the attack, right? After that, heal yourself. That's basic shit. Yeah. Sorry, what the heck was that monster doing here? No one said anything about this.
I'm worried about the damage this thing sustained. It's out of control. Did you take a look around, Kime? I'll take a peek at the entry route.
Sounds like a plan, I guess.
I say it like that.
Do your protagonist stuff.
Whatever.
Alright, so now as Kime, we're supposed to investigate things while Jensen and Seth go off their merry way to do their thing.
Yeah, it seems that the monsters parasitize the machinery a bit too much.
Think we can get in from here. How's the damage look?
Bad. Well, I mean, not critical, but bad.
The Grand Staff has powered down and started idling.
That's an easy way of saying that it's pretty much leaking energy.
And there's a treasure chest.
Yoink.
Healing potion. And there's also this
won't be that.
hold on. And there's this hold on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, there's doesn't seem to be anything else to do here. There's this ball here which heals all of your HP and MP if you touch it. Basically, you'll typically find this near save points sometimes.
Yeah. I was about to say, it's literally what the save points in Kingdom Hearts does when you stand on them.
Well,
depends on the game or the franchise, but in a couple of cases, save points do double down as, healing springs for convenience sake.
Uh-huh.
And then there's fear and hunger, but that's a story for another time.
Oh boy. That sounds foreboding from the way you put it.
Alright, let's see. What can we find?
Navigation, map. Jeez, okay, I'll admit the map could be. Well, okay, I guess to be fair for here, it doesn't need to be too detailed, but like, what's even the point?
No, this area is very small, so with the mini map is good. Don't get me wrong. So this particular one, the reason there's so much gray is because there's not that much to it. It's just one big empty area, so it's not really. It's not like you can actually get lost in here. So whatever,
Yeah,
whatever. Forget it. I can't move another step.
Wizards, am I right?
He'll be right behind us.
Aha. And here's some bit that's leaking.
At least it's leaking.
It's a good thing I'm immortal, otherwise I probably will get cancer by standing close.
It sounds like this entire Grand Staff thing is like one giant safety hazard.
Where's all that's missing is asbestos. Time. Come on, let's go inside.
Okay.
Okay, break time. Okay, just take it easy, guys. I am so tired.
Okay.
I've only been walking 20 seconds.
The control room.
Yeah, that's good. All right, but hang on. What are you saying to catch my
I'm the
breath?
computer room.
All you ever do is complain.
No, I only complain about you.
I'm going.
Have 4 sets of lungs. Don't you get out of breath? Oh, man. I'm coming. Payment's worth this. Ow! Okay, go with me. What? Don't
Oh.
move!
Wait. Hey,
Yes.
Hacha?
Hey,
Yeah. A lot of there's a meme on the internet about how much this guy looks like Hayashi. Yeah.
If he were black, but damn.
Yeah, they just say that.
Okay, everybody, move like me. Move like they can't hit a moving target. Come on, here we go. I'm the only one. Come on, everyone now.
Jansen is such a mood.
Are we gonna go for it?
No, we're not gonna go for it.
You know, part of me wonders if Kime did that justice by Jansen because he's had it up to here with them.
Whee! The slide of doom.
Oh no, 3 against 100. How are we gonna?
Well, it's not. This wouldn't be the first time Khan takes down a whole army. So
I'll take the 150 on the left, you take the 150 on the right, best buddy.
What about the ones in the center?
Bibs. 300 divided by 2 is 150.
Getting old real quick.
You'll have more.
all right. Let's use the all-hit skill to attack all of them at once. Same thing for Seth.
Yes, the beam maneuver.
You might notice, however, Drova, that the soldiers' armor do not coincide with any of the two factions that were at the beginning.
Which
That's
means
because-
another.
Yeah, they must be from another place.
We'll have to figure out that lot later. For now, let's see. We'll have Jensen cast. Nah, you know what? Nah. Shield and barricade probably won't do much to help. So let's try and.
Thinking strategically, are we?
Yeah, let's steal. Why not? There we are. Still a circlet.
Well done, whatever that does.
It's a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Again, this game operates on a similar logic to Final Fantasy IX, where it's nice to try to steal from bosses because they'll have equipment that you can only get later.
But General, our own troops are in the line of
Ah, okay, so he's he yeah, exactly. So okay, so Kakanas has decided to apply the Dwib strategy. Okay.
I guess he is
Fire
here.
everything.
Well, he does act like a Mishima after all.
But General, our soldiers are in there. How can are they supposed to dodge the arrow? Skill issue.
Yeah, get good.
What's next? Does he drop them into volcanoes to train them?
All of you?
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
What did you expect?
And Jensen leveled up. Yeah,
16.
in fact, Kaima and Seth themselves are also almost to level up as well. So, now what?
More.
It's no use. Jansen, aim for the pipe. Kime and I will draw them off. Ignite any magic energy leaking out.
Right. What? No, that's not gonna work.
There's no other
Just
way.
a little war
Through
crime,
a
no
legal
problem.
investigation.
Jensen, do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
But only because Kime asks so nicely.
What is this?
Hey, whoa! Wow, that was. Okay, time to go. Wow, the weather's
Oh,
Oh no, the purple.
another
stuff
magic
of doom.
discharge.
Yep. Oh no.
Ah, what was that?
Kaim is having another one of his flashbacks.
He literally
The
got
worst possible
thunderstruck.
moment.
And they all died, and that was Lost Odyssey.
What a short demo.
Well, I gotta say, it was an interesting short story look at how immortals deal with the loss of their innocence and whatnot. But, you know, again, it was nice and effective, and we sure did make friends along the way.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, since Dwebs took over for the writing in this part, decided, and then they all died, and there you go. So the story ends
And
here.
so the moral of the story is if you're going to have a flashback, don't have it while something's blowing up, or else you'll kill everybody around you.
All right, see you for the next part, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.